Hi, it's Kim with Guide to the Good, and this is an Inside Scoop with Viviana Ramirez-Luna of Planeet Consulting. It is a special week. We're in a special place. The sun is shining. Lots of cool things on the go. All right.
Thank you so much, Kim. This is super exciting.
It really is. Yeah, I know. This is International Compost Awareness Week. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we are at Kings Gate on Bonaventure Avenue in the background there in St. John's. And these are the compost bins that you have been working on a special project with Planeet Consulting for how long?
2 years now.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell us all about it. What is going on? Tell us about this project and then the week.
Excellent. So this is Georgestown Community Compost. We started in 2021, the spring. It's 3 bins, special bins, steel made, insulated, so they really go through the winter too. And there's a group of people sign up for this, and they come anytime they want and dump their organics in one of the compartments. The compartments are locked, but there's 1 or 2 in this case unlocked, so they're called active piles, where people dump their organics. And once it's full, I lock them and open another one. So I come every 3 days to check everything is going well, there's no smells, there's no dirt, to keep an eye on the composting process and how this degrades and becoming this beautiful black gold.
It really is. This is the first time I've seen something like this. And so Viviana's there with her outfit on, her gloves, and she stirs it up. And steam comes out. Like you can see the heat coming up, and you put your hands in it. It smells fresh and alive. It's wonderful.
It smells beautiful.
Yeah. It's like, you think of compost and you don't think of this experience, right? This alive, growing thing. Yeah. So
it is an alive. It's a living being. So it's breathing. It's transforming things, and you see all kinds of animals there. And I was never as excited or so excited when I saw worms.
Right.
Before. Yeah. And I see worms over there, and I want to put them there. Yeah. And the shelter and good food and everything.
Yeah. And the animals that we see are the little wormy type of animals, right?
Yeah.
Because these are raised up.
Yeah, but somehow they end up there. So there's usually worms and
but that
it's
the big worms. It's not other animals,
no.
Right?
But if they're flies, there can be many
yeah.
others. But as long as they're in small amounts, it's fine. And that's my role.
Yeah.
To keep an eye on this to see if there's like infestation or something. That hasn't happened. Well, we had an issue with ants because we had some composting containers on the ground, and underneath it was like perfect for nests.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I got rid of it, and that was it.
And that was
so any issue. This is a small scale program. Everything is in a small size, so it's a small group of people. Whenever there are issues, I know I email them and we fix the problem. We've had sometimes stinky piles, but in a few hours they're fixed. And no one can tell. It's when you're here and you open the bin, is when you detect. But there haven't been any issues with odors or pests because
you take care of
we take care of this. Yeah. Yes, and participants do an awesome job. We don't collect dairy or animal protein products, so bones, cheese, or dairy in general, no, because they take too long. They can be composted in other facilities, but not in this one.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that helps us keep the process under control.
Right. And it's beautiful. Like, it's really cool to see and to be part of. And this week is special because it's International Compost Awareness Week. So Planeet and the project have got a couple of things coming up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this International Week started in Canada in 1995.
Oh, wow.
And now it's celebrated worldwide. Yeah. So it's a time to stop and learn about composting and reflect about all the benefits of composting, and it's an educational opportunity. And next Saturday, May the 13th, we'll be here with the stations demonstrating how composting works, and how we can also ask our city to replicate this. We are in conversations. The city is interested.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. We need to go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And so I want people to come and check this out and just get it as excited as you.
Yeah.
And then tell our city we want this in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have one in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask something about, I can't remember what it was. People bring their stuff, they bring it here. Oh, and through this week, you've got some social media posts on the go, right? Yes?
Yes. Yeah, so we'll be posting about general topics like what is composting and why it's important, what's the fuss with food waste, which is where composting plays a big role. So, well, edible food, we should eat it or plan better to reduce food waste, food that can still be eaten. But what is not edible, like scraps, spills, pits, leftovers, etc., then we compost them. And so we'll have a discussion about that, food waste in general, and then again, how composting works. And then you can see here, through looking through the different compartments, how the transformation happens. The common mistakes in composting, because people are, and not only here, like anywhere in the world, people think about pests and others when they think about composting.
Yeah.
But those are things that are easy to keep under control. When we learn, exactly, when we learn about what is needed, proper water, air, brown, the recipe, greens and browns, your kitchen scraps have to be mixed with cardboard, paper, egg cartons. In this case, we use wood pellets. It's affordable. It breaks down easily. So that's our source of browns. You can use leaves as well. You know, we have tons of dry leaves. I use at home, but I don't use them here because they're too bulky. And that's another step that I will need to implement, but maybe later. So anyway, next Saturday will be about how this particular project works, how we want to replicate it in St. John's and any community in Newfoundland and Labrador. We also launched the Newfoundland and Labrador community composting network. Right. So there's a steering committee, and there's a group of people like keep me in the loop. And all together it's over 30 people. In the steering committee is about 18 from different parts of the province. That is amazing. And there will be also events next Saturday in St. Andrews, Coat Valley, so southwest coast, Newfoundland, and in Corner Brook. Oh, awesome. And the goal of this network, the steering committee, is to create a co-op. So we want to replicate this model, not necessarily these beans, but a small scale, that everything is easy to keep under control, provides education, connects people, etc. And we also want to create jobs. We all know, with all the conversations around waste and clean energy and green economy, composting creates about 4 jobs per 10,000 tons, when landfills create 1 job. Oh, wow. And so we want to bring these two communities, generate revenue, and the co-op because it's a model that gives everyone equal decision-making power, and wants to generate revenues, and it prioritizes a community and members' well-being. Awesome. So it's a full package. It's a social, environmental, economic all of benefits, all in this. All in these bins. In these bins, yes, and the team behind.
There's 2 things I just sort of wanted to say in response to the cool things that you're saying. One, historically, Newfoundlanders knew how to compost because we needed to. Yes. That was it. We are the rock in the island, and people knew how to compost because they needed to grow their stuff. So it's cool that we're relearning that with the aid of cool thermometers. And the other thing is the theme of this International Compost Awareness Week is healthy soil, healthy food, because that is it, right? We have healthy soil, we can grow healthy food, and that's more nutrient dense, it's better for our health, it's better for all of those things. So
totally. Yes, and so both the city and the province have paid for studies to see how we can start composting. Both have looked at large scale facilities. Yes, many other cities across Canada have them, but they don't produce good quality compost. So it's not necessarily used for food. So when we have these small scale projects, we are also controlling the quality and making sure that there's no contamination, because in big facilities there's tons of plastics. And this, yes, I come across a few, I just pick them out and that's it, it's out. And so we are creating compost for food production, and that's another universe and another, you know, the role of compost in food production. Because so far, my focus, what I'm learning about that too, has been waste diversion, how we help households to reduce their waste, because organics is about 30-40% of a garbage bag. We're gonna have that next Saturday too. So you can compare, you know, how heavy it is with organics and how light it is without.
And how messy and gushy it is.
Yeah. And then when you take
this nice thing.
Yeah, and then you take them out and you put in a place like this, you know, it's using your organics, which are also community assets.
Yeah.
Right? It's our material that we can use, you know, transform it and then use it for food production.
Awesome. So we don't usually do this in our luncheon, but let's do it. If you've got your gloves, I'll move the camera down.
Yeah.
Just come into the compost.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so steering, you can see some of the steam coming. These bins are insulated, so this piece of foam here. It's 2 compartments, each. There again.
Well, you're challenging my photographer, my camera person skills.
Sorry, sorry. And this right now, the active pile. So people find they're not locked, bring their organics, so you can still see like big pieces of stuff still degrading.
It's amazing the smell. Like it's a smell of fresh growth earth. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Sometimes it's like citrus. Like I wish we could record that and people could smell it through cameras.
Smell stream.
This is an avocado seed, and a lot of people don't think that you can compost them because they take too long. And yes, it does. But it doesn't mean that you cannot throw it in your pile.
Time is okay, yeah.
Yes, so this is half bit now. And they come to a point where they're like eggshells. You crush it and they just crumble.
Very satisfying.
It's really nice. So another step that I will also show next Saturday is sifting compost. So this is not ready yet. Once this is almost full, I'm gonna lock it and then unlock an empty compartment and wait a few weeks. I keep coming, turning the bin to get air, adding browns if it's too wet, but at this point I don't think I'm gonna need that. And then I'm gonna sift it, where I take, well, again, this is not ready, but it's still at the end, there's some big pieces or things that are not degraded completely, and I just put them back in the bin.
Right.
And then you get the fine material that still needs some time. That's one thing that I learned, that you shouldn't, just sift and throw in your bed, in your garden bed, in your vegetable bed right away. Because, well, unless you do it really, really early in the season, that the compost is still reducing like his activity, like all the microbes and bacteria and all these little
workers.
Yes, really hard workers, because they're still releasing. There's a lot of nutrients, like concentrated, that can be bad for plants, but anyways, there's this one more step with sifting when you get the.
And you'll probably talk more about that next week too.
Yes. Yeah. We'll show that next week.
All right. Well, this is awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to put the camera back down and we'll sign off together. Are we in the picture? I think so. Yeah. Yes. Viviana from Ramirez-Luna from Planeet Consulting. And this is, what is the name of this? Georgestown Community Compost. Excellent. I am with Planeet Consulting. You are. I'm Kim with Guide to the Good. This is an inside scoop where we tell stories about really cool things going on from leaders in our community, from the local social and green front, because that's what we're all about, building sustainable communities. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Insta. Check out our YouTube where this will be downloaded and uploaded to, as well as our website, www.guidetothegood.ca. That's it. Happy International Compost Week.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you here next Saturday.
We'll put the link
Yes.
to the event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.